Hi. So I took a 1-year sabbatical, and this is how it went. For those of you that don't know, a 1-year sabbatical is when you take a year to do whatever the hell you want. My goal in doing this was to reframe my idea of work to be tied to purpose and not to money. I'm kind of in the same spot as when I left off, but a lot has happened in between. So I wanted to make a video to talk about my experience and share the lessons I learned this year. Okay, so how did this all start? At the start of 2024, I got laid off. I was working in finance, and there was just financial constraints at the bank. Yeah, it was mentally hard, but thanks to our sponsor, BetterHealth. Just kidding. I tried to see it as a blessing, and in hindsight, it really was. It removed me from a situation that I wasn't fulfilled in without me having to do it myself, because money is really hard to walk away from. It was always my dream to travel. I was supposed to study abroad in college, but COVID happened. So I really took it as a sign to make the leap. And then also I was turning 25, and as an American, we're booted from our parents' insurance once we're 26. So I really saw it as my last year to do whatever the hell I wanted, without the adult responsibilities. I took the first couple months preparing for that and taking some time for creative hobbies. I found that creating and expressing my emotions were super helpful for me. I joined a freestyle dance community with marginal dancing skills, but it was still so great to be in a community that wasn't afraid to be seen. We took turns jumping in the center and jamming out, and it was just very uplifting. I also joined an art league with my mom where I just expressed myself and painted out my frustrations. Super healing for me. And also notably, I pulled together a team over a concept that I had drafted up, and we did a photo shoot that was featured in Flannel magazine. Eventually, I would move to Paris to pursue modeling. It was a challenge because as soon as I got there, my agency fat-shamed me. They're like, you gotta be skinty. And I did, because I was like, this is all that I'm working for right now, so might as well put my all into it. And it paid off. I modeled for Vogue. And I also met some really cool people just in the process of living in Paris. I met my boyfriend and also just a lot of cool friends. I grew up in New York. I was born and raised there, so a lot of my friends that I've made here have just been through my background, through similar upbringing. But I think going to Paris as an international, I was, more inclined to be friends with people that also came from different countries. And it was so cool to be in a room with someone from London, Sweden, Kazakhstan. We're all speaking English, but just different accents. So that was really cool. And then I would just do a lot of traveling. I went to Annecy. I went to Milan for Fashion Week. I went to Budapest. That's the great thing about Europe. Everything is just a train ride or quick flight away. And then I would also go to Korea and Vietnam with my boyfriend. So got that ick out of got my traveling all done. I still want to travel. I love traveling. Yeah, so now I'm actually back at my parents' place in New York. I'm working a minimum wage job at Starbucks, but I love the job. It's actually my favorite job I've ever had. I just wish it paid me a living wage. But I don't regret anything. I don't regret any of it, because I think it was important to take a step back and reevaluate what's important to me, for me to then go on a path that I feel more aligned toward. I feel like with corporate, you're kind of limited to this specific box version of a human, and it kind of limits your expressions. Because even in Vietnam, I did my nails for the first time. It's gone now, but it was so refreshing to not set that limitation on myself, because I would never picture myself being able to do that while working in finance. But then I think, not having a corporate job led to a lot of financial uncertainty. So, you solve one problem and introduce another. And I think you're at a crossroads where you're going to choose which one is more aligned to your lifestyle. I did the traditional, like, going to school, blah, 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 and getting a job right after. And a lot of times you feel like you're bamboozled. You're like, damn, this is it? This is all that I worked for? But I think taking a year to just do what I wanted kind of helped me to reframe the brainwashing and just remind myself that, hey, you're a human. You're only this young at this time. And, there's so many different lives that you can live. I also just want to make a YouTube channel. I wanted to document the experience as it was happening, but I felt that I wanted to get rid of the corporate brainwash or the capitalistic brainwashing that even my experience had to be a product. And I think sometimes you miss stuff when you're being an observer of it and recording. Like, sometimes it's just about experiencing, and stuff comes to you in the nuance. But 2025 apparently is going to be great for Pisces. So I was like, I gotta do what I set out to do and prove to myself that I follow through. Bars. Yeah. Sorry about the quality or anything. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I like that this is raw. Anyways. Deuces. Peace. Like and subscribe. Bye. All done, Felix. I'm done.